Let's go explore this world. Grumpus wants to leave, but you know, we can't just leave. I don't know if we'll be back here. We probably will, but then we can just not explore the world. Back then. I mean then. Hello. Christelle. I think this will be my last conference. Every year it seems a little more pointless. Wait, you're talking about PAX? Saw a guy with PAX on it. Center Station, Theoretical Science. Ooh, let's go be scientific. You know what? I have a feeling that if we need this building, that if this building is, we'll probably need this later on. I thought this was going to be a really long drop. Whoa, I just met your sister. Nice little plant. What's this? Penthouse Suites. That's a hotel. We don't really need a hotel room. Where's the red light district? Come on. PAX! SETCON. Center Economics and Trade Conference. That sounds extremely boring. Dormitory. Not a lot of rooms, but a lot of rooms. Not a lot of room, but a lot of rooms. I misread that. This is actually a big area. Oh, clown. Hey, dude, are you okay? Cyclops? I always wanted to be a mime. Now I'm a banker instead. Well, it's almost the same thing. A banker with a bag of... Let's go shopping. Oh. Wait, I want to go in. Oh. Whoa. Grumpus, you just ran through a door. What's going on over here? Just cause a company's profit growth is sky high doesn't mean you should drive in. Right? The price of the stocks gotta jive too. What? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Has anybody seen the red light district? There should be one. Center Station. Oh, Lounge of Jesus, is this a little... I think we're in the business district. I don't want to be here. I hate money. Aha! I don't know what this is, but... Pumping station. Ah! Excuse me. Pumping station? Pack station? Hello? That's an awesome looking cop. Got lights on his back. That's cool. I like that. This is a business planet, isn't it? Why did you take us here? Well, actually, this is just a stop, I guess. Oh. Hello. That's Warren Weedham. He's leading a soda religion whose faith is in money. Currency, it's their god. What else is new, right? Yeah, that's pretty much like a lot of people in real life. I'm not sure that there is a red light district on this planet now. I mean, if there was, I probably would have found it by now. Maybe we should just leave, huh, Grumpus? That's the science of stuff. What the hell are you? No salt. Okay. Oh, can I go this way? Is this not a door? This is not a door. It's not a door. Oh shit! That guy jumped. It looked like he jumped. I was scared because I just ran into his face. I would be startled a bit as well. Just some guy in a trench coat just running up to him. Ah! Oh, you're tall. You're real tall. I mean, Jesus. Aha! Oh, that's the train station. Oh, we can go this way as well. Never mind. You know what? We should probably just leave. This looks sketchy. Hello? Go away. No. Go away. Go away. guy. You'll probably have to deal with him later. What is this so-called red light district? I'll ask this guy. I pray to Klaus, not Klaus. You're a troublemaker. There's nothing prettier than a young punk with a fat lip. Okay, well you're a meanie. Well, you're a cop, so I guess. Where are we going? I'm gonna talk to Grumpus. Oh, I can't talk to Grumpus. Let's buy a ticket. Welcome to Center Station. Ticketing. Shuttle tickets to all destinations cost $100 per person. I have enough money. Please choose your destination. Center 3? We are sorry. All Center shuttle tickets currently boarding at Gate 5 are sold out. F1. Get 2 tickets to Sunder. But we can't. Sunder Station. Journey to the... Yo. What? But how do we... Well, let's try that again. Or maybe it's Big Touch. Sunder 3. Currently boarding at Gate 5 are sold out. Oh, Gate 5. Let's see if we can just sneak aboard. Gate 5. Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 3. A lot of Cyclopses there. Gate 4. Gate 5. Oh, can we buy your ticket, dude? Well... The brain train to Sunder. First of all, you certainly aren't getting in looking like that. Sunder's a planet of the most brilliant scholars and scientists the universe has to offer, and you're not exactly dressed like a genius. Dressed like a genius. Wow. Second of all, credentials from the Scientifica associations are required in order to get past the security door. Sorry to jump to conclusions, but I doubt you have the necessary references. Scientifica Association. Check. Third, there's a ticket taker beyond the security door. Since all flight this month are sold out and booked, getting aboard seems extremely remote. Lastly, you'll have to face the infamous Brain Bouncer. He makes sure you really have the smarts it takes for Sunder by asking you a series of very difficult questions. If you can't answer them, you ain't going. That sounds horrible. Okay. Oh, okay, right. Once you get tickets, get past the security, look more like scientist, get past the Brain Bouncer. Okay, that shouldn't be hard. I think. Maybe we should go to some of these scientific places. Whoa. Let's go, Grumpus! Oh. I pressed space to jump, then I realized you can't jump. Theoretical science. They should... Oh. Are you swingers as well? He can't know. He won't know. You promise? I promise. Can I watch? Sorry. I'm just gonna go in here. But I saw nothing. Ooh, wait, what is this? Oh. Is this a museum or something? Back in time! Tachyon decay detector. Tachyon particles. Simply put, tachyons are particles that are constantly moving faster than the speed of light, as opposed to tachyons, which can surpass the speed of light, and luxons, which can travel only at the speed of light. Ooh. Oh, do we have to remember this stuff? Back in time. The concept of time travel has been around for centuries, most notably as the subject of countless science fiction stories. Unfortunately, there is no practical way to travel into the past, and the sheer physics involved in such a venture have relegated time travel to the ranks of imaginary science. Nevertheless, a small yet vocal group of scientists insist that traveling through time will indeed be quite possible someday, and they believe that the key to unlocking the mysteries of time may very well be found in the study of tachyon particles. Interesting. I wonder if this is true. I love time travel movies, but I've never really thought that much about real life physics compared to time travel and stuff like that. The theory. Till recently, tachyon particles have only been detected in controlled lab experiments. Are tachyon particles real? I wish I knew more about science. I love science, but I don't really have the patience to kind of read a lot of scientific stuff. That's the problem. I wish I had. Has been detected in controlled lab experiments and never in nature, so the rumored existence remains strictly theoretical. The name tachyon particles seems familiar, though. I've heard that before, I just can't remember where. All of that changed when Dr. Roe Bowman, that doesn't sound like a real name, supposed the construction of a revolutionary device capable of isolating tachyon particles and pinpointing its exact position in time and space. I think that was space and time, but that doesn't really matter. One of the more amazing things about the tachyon decay detector is that it isn't limited to just detecting artificially created tachyons. The device can also trace the negative age of a pre-existent tachyon particle and determine the point of origin in the future from which it was first formed. Wow, a lot of reading. Dr. Bowman earned great acclaim with her... Oh, it's a woman. Really? Roe? Wasn't her name Roe? Is that a female name? I don't know. With her invention. Unfortunately, her more recent theories regarding the nature of mistech has been mirrored in controversy. Once revered for her brilliant analytical mind, Bowman has suffered a severe fall from grace in the minds of her peers. In fact, her radical and rather unorthodox methods have made her somewhat of a pariah in certain social circles. So it is with great trepidation, don't know that word, that scientists from different parts of the galaxy accept Bowman's findings as scientific fact. Whoa, that's even more. Still, the empirical data collected thus far cannot be so easily discounted. Though the device will require further study in order for us to grasp a greater understanding of the behavior of objects in relation to space-time. For better or worse, the natural existence of tachyon particles can no longer be refused, and this in itself may turn out to be a monumental first step towards unraveling the secrets behind time travel. Interesting, don't you find this interesting? Pinko Red? Check out the science computer and in the lobby. There's some pretty nifty information in there, including how to blow up your workplace using twine and a bottle of hand lotion. Okay, not the best idea to put in a... I guess that's the computer out there. We'll check that out when we leave. That's scary. What is this? I'm trying to read this sign, which I can't. Oh! Inertial dampening. A fun hands-on experience. Let's watch an inertial dampener in action. This experiment is similar in construction to Garben Fisisco's original amusement park ride, now only legal on Hephaestus. I think that's some Greek dude. When you press the button, the mechanical arm flings the iron ball into the air, but it doesn't fly away. Instead, its inertia is all gobbled up by the antipolarity inducing micro introneutrino chromatic magneto dissonance producing inertial dampening field. Okay. The iron ball, when then falls harmlessly back into place. Press the button for a demonstration. Oh, where's the button? Oh, there we did it. Ah, that's pretty cool. Let's do that again. I wonder if the science behind this is real. I mean, theoretically real. That's what I like. I like when games and movies use theoretical science and then make it into something real. Like, for instance, in Eraser, not a great movie at all, but in that movie and in a lot of video games, they use the theory of a railgun. But in most video games, it seems more like an energy weapon than an actual railgun. But I think in Eraser, which also I think a shitty movie, but in that movie they actually explain the theory behind a railgun. I think. I might be wrong. Anyway, with inertial dampening, 40 years after Austin's death, a young inventor named Gabin Ficisco came up with a solution to the inertial dampening problem for a railgun-based amusement park. Oh, railgun! Well, speak of the devil. Railgun-based amusement park ride? What? He had been commissioned to design. His efforts were remarkably successful. 8 years later, a breakthrough in the development of Torsevsky's radiation decycling shields made it possible for Ficisco's inertial dampening technology to be applied to hyperspace travel. After several manned expeditions confirmed the safety of the procedure. After several manned expeditions confirmed the safety, shouldn't that have been unmanned? Wow. Travel through center spikes quickly became the standard mode of traveling vast distance across the galaxy, and it remains so to this day. Interesting. Can I read this? Yes. Travel through centers. Sitting in space like silent sentinels from a forgotten time, centers are huge reflective spheres that were systematically placed throughout the universe by parties as yet unknown. Equipped with long spikes protruding out at regular intervals over its slick surface, each center possesses the means by which to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other. According to the old Earth calendar, we don't use the Earth calendar anymore? The first center to be found by Earthlings was discovered near Pluto around 2229 AD, 50 years before humans made first contact with the race of aliens known as the Gorians. This first encounter with extraterrestrial life form forever altered humanity's future, ushering forth a series of horrible wars. This was followed by an age of peace and prosperity, during which time the centers became the hubs of lucrative trade and galactic civilization. The largest center ever discovered is located at the very center of the universe. Well, technically there's no center of the universe. Dubbed Center 1. It acts as a relay station connecting all other centers to each other. Well, maybe there is a center of the universe. I guess that relies on what theory you believe in. I've heard different theories that space is unlimited. I heard it's just big. I heard different varies on what shape it is in, and I don't know. Without inertial dampening. It was in the year 2229 AD that a unsuspecting Earth astronaut, unsuspecting Earth astronaut first came upon a center, honing in on the signal being transmitted by one of the spikes on the mysterious sphere's surface. Pilot Lee Austin must have been startled to suddenly find his ship rocketing towards the center. The small spacecraft was then thrust inside a hyperspace tunnel and catapulted out to a different section of space, all the way on the other side of the galaxy. Unfortunately for Austin, his ship was not equipped to withstand such powerful inertial forces, and though his battered vessel made it through the history-making journey relatively unscathed, Austin himself did not survive the trip. All that remained of the pilot was a glowing mass of unidentifiable fleshy pulp. Ew. That's disgusting. Oh my god, there's a lot. Ooh. Coming soon! Mistech! That's what we had, like, doing stuff in. Right, Grumpus? The Grand Vision. Anti-gravity ring. Ooh. I didn't do... Oh, never mind. Floating in the air. Far beyond the capabilities of common minor field repulsion, the anti-gravity technology employed by the Democratans on the two rings encircling their planet was modified for the Great Tentacle Experiment. It was a daunting task, made worse by the fact that the project would involve the constant levitation of an incredibly large mass, thereby exceeding the requirements of simple stabilizing a balanced system. Never before had such a feat been attempted, at least certainly not at such a grand scale. Despite such massive undertaking, Democritus was up to the challenge. Before long, Tentacle was finally completed with catastrophic results. What? The Grand Vision. Long renowned for their impressive technological achievements, the inhabitants of Democritus once had the grand vision to construct magnificent twin cities floating among the clouds above their home world. Whether they were motivated by the nobles of intentions or just plain hubris remains uncertain. Yet no one can deny that their remarkable efforts eventually made Tentacle a reality. Interesting. The disaster. Ooh. Since Democrats have long favored an extreme isolationist policy which precludes any free exchange of information, little is known about the event leading up to the Tentacle disaster, apart from the tidbits gleaned by the few journalists who were allowed to cover it. Disappointingly, what is known about the cataclysm amounts to nothing more than reported sightings of a huge chunk of Tentacle suddenly dropping from the sky. That was what this model did. Wait, where were we? Dropping from the sky for no apparent reason. Rare eyewitness accounts describe how Tentacle heaved and buckled without warning, then split in two with a sickening wrench as a little over half of its bulk plummeted from the skies like so much dead weight. Many believe that it was an uneven distribution of mass that forced an incredible amount of torque to be centered on the juncture between the two halves of the twin cities. This resulted in the formation of an irreparable stress fracture which in turn caused the fatal shift in the floating island's center of gravity that led to Tantassil's ultimate destruction. Regardless of idle speculation, it appears that the exact nature of the circumstances surrounding the Tantassil tragedy is bound to remain shrouded in mystery. Interesting. We learn a lot today, right? Grumpus, you probably knew all this. You're a scientist. I think. You're not a scientist, right? Oh god, a little too close, dude. Ooh. The distance problem. The solution. Photachyon transceiver. The disaster. The Photachyon transceiver on display is by far the oldest piece in the museum's collection, dating back to the early part of the 3rd millennium AD. Of the 3rd millennium AD? That sounds weird. Do you say that? The 3rd millennium? Wouldn't the 3rd millennium wouldn't people know that you implied to AD and not BC? I don't know. Its origin is directly linked to the tragic story of the Endower, Endower. That's the name. Okay, a science vessel on a 5-year exploratory missions destined to end in calamity. 3 years into its ill-fated mission, the Endower was knocked off course by a passing meteor shower. Many of the ship's onboard systems were damaged as a result, including most of its navigation equipment. Unable to enact repairs on its or rectify their flight path, the damaged vessel sent a distress signal back to Earth while spiraling helplessly along their new course. Earth scientists were horrified when their projections estimated that the Endower's altered course now placed it in a direct path with a super congested asteroid field and certain death. Scrambling to find means by which to alert the Endower's crew of the impending danger, the greatest scientific minds of the planet transmitted a radio message to the doomed vessel with detailed instruction outlining how to realign the ship's trajectory, but by the time the message arrived, it was too late. The Endower had already plowed prow first into one of the giant asteroids. There were no survivors. Aw, that's sad. The distance problem. After the tragedy that befell the Endower, the scientific community struggled to come up with a more efficient and immediate means of subspace communication. Up till then, radio waves had been perfectly suited for communications over interstellar distances, but as the incident with the Endower had so graphically illustrated, radio waves were extremely limited by their capacity to travel only as fast as the speed of light. Despite scientists' best efforts, the distance problem appeared insurmountable. Okay. The solution. It wasn't until almost 20 years later that a determined physics engineer named Jeff Raso came up with an ingenious idea of bonding a radio wave signal to photachyons, essentially piggybacking the signal onto pre-existent photachyon particles already speeding through hyperspace. Though impractical for large-scale commercial communications beyond the system, the device, which came to be known as the Photachyon transceiver, proved to be very efficient, making it the first instantaneous subspace radio in existence. As it turns out, it was later discovered that the first working Photakian transceiver prototype had been invented by a young child genius in Madison, Wisconsin, USA, Earth, Sol. Nice. About 100 years earlier. Oh. What do you think about all this? We was running this machine, just think of filling the walls with antique weapons. That always brings in the crowds. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't answer that. Coming soon! Let's talk to this dude. Hamano. Has this border out here always been there? It's a beautiful work of art. The fact that it actually does something useful is amazing. Does this guy have that border as well? No. I guess maybe it's because of that guy's alienness. Does this guy have a different, No? That's weird. Let's, go check out this computer. Ah! It sounds like it's an alarm or something. Oh. Gonna... These guys are still out here. Get a room! Ah. Oh. More reading. Welcome to the Center Station Theoretical Science Museum. Science Data Center. Museum hours. Blah blah blah. Not really important. New exhibits. TSM is proud to show off some... Well, actually, we don't need to read this because we've just been in there. Founders. We can read that. Well, it's just a lot of names. I don't know. Benefactors. If somehow I find out that this might be important, I can always go back and check it out. TSM database, not working. Okay. It didn't show how to bomb anything. Oh, a room. Too much beer, too many burgers. No way, my fat butt squeezing in there. Oh, can we change it? Let's see. How do I? I bet those does lead to the museum. Too bad it's work hours. Oh. But why do we want to go in there? I have no reason to actually get anything from in there yet. Hey, big guy. It's like you can't go anywhere these days without coming across a Cordicom product. They make one of everything. They dominate every market, every field. I agree. We should bomb them or something. I swear to Class. Who is Class? And stop swearing to him. Man, I'm trying to be reasonable, but those cardigans freak me out. The cardigans? I think they made some okay music. Ever since I was a kid, I felt like their single unblinking eye was staring straight into my soul. Now they're everywhere, I can't avoid them. Oh, they're the Cyclops dudes, okay. Imagine trying to negotiate a multi-million loony deal with someone you feel so naked around. Maybe you should stop stripping before trying to make deal with them. That might help. Well, not really sure what we're doing here now.